Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Divine Conversations. My name is Eric. Thank you so very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, welcome. It is very nice to meet you. And if you're returning, what's up, guys? All right, so check it out. Welcome to your twin flame mirror reading. If you are a longtime follower, then you guys are aware of what this reading is, as I used to do these every week back when I was still frequently reading for the collective, when my channel was pretty much twin flame based. I took a break from that. I personally am on the twin flame journey myself. If you're new to me, then this is your introduction to that. I have been on the twin flame journey myself. I resonate more with the Divine Feminine Collective than the Divine Masculine Collective. And when I started my channel, we were twin flame based here. But as I went through my journey and I developed and I grew and I released a big part of that past energy, I decided to kind of back away from the twin flame situation and to just do my thing. But that was only a phase. It was something that I thought was going to last forever, but really it was just a phase, because I have been recently called to come back and focus on the twin flame collective frequently or on a regular basis. I probably should do a video for my journey, because one of the big reasons why I've been called to come back to the Twin Flame Collective is because there are a lot more people that are being activated or becoming aware of the Twin Flame journey or starting their own path on the Twin Flame journey. And me being the guide that I am, it is imperative that I help those who are new to the journey or who are cycling through and need help. So that's a big reason as to why I've come back, why I'm planning on doing more readings frequently for the Twin Flame Collective. Now, this reading is something that I designed for the collective to help get a view of how the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine energies are mirroring each other. So I have two decks here. One is going to represent the Divine Masculine, the other is going to represent the Divine Feminine. And we are going to get a view of how they're mirroring each other. So you can either look at this as your physical counterpart in the physical, so your physical Divine Masculine or your physical Divine Feminine. You could also look at this as how your inner Divine Masculine and inner Divine Feminine energies are resonating with each other or are mirroring each other, because ultimately what's most important on this twin flame journey is that's funny. Spirit just said how you perceive of yourself, and that's true. It's really about you finding a sense of inner balance and harmony with yourself, a sense of wholeness and oneness within yourself. That's really what's going to bring your twin flame or ultimately your divine partner to you. Okay, I really do feel like I should do a video explaining my view on the twin flame journey. For those of you that are curious, I'll figure that out. Okay, so with all of that said, let's just get into this here. I'm going to do this, and then we're going to get some oracle guidance for both the Divine Masculine energies and the Divine Feminine energies at the end. Yeah? Here we go. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the Twin Flame Collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved. Please give us a clear and accurate representation of the energies of the Divine Feminine, represented by the deck on the left here, and the energies of the Divine Masculine, represented by the deck on the right here. And please show us how they are mirroring each other, and please give us the best messages for each side of the equation for their current moment and to serve their highest good. Thank you so much, Spirit. All righty, kids. Let's get into this here. I'm going to start by shuffling the energies of the Divine Feminine Collective. 5 shuffles for you, Divine Feminine. 1. For the Divine Feminine. 2. 3. 4. Oh, okay, well, the King of Swords just popped out. So there's a need already. The message here for you, Divine Feminine, is that there's a need to see things as they truly are. Be as objective as possible. Okay, this is 5. This also may even be a message for you, Divine Feminine, going into this reading here, to keep an open mind and see clearly, see things as they truly are, not necessarily as you want them to be. Whether that is, you know, thinking that your Divine Masculine is cheating on you, or is being a narcissist or an asshole, or whether it is believing that this person is not when they truly are. Take it as it resonates, yes? Cut the deck. Boop. All right. Excellent. Divine Feminine, your energies are set. Let's shuffle for the Divine Masculine now. Yes, 5 shuffles here. 1 for the Divine Masculine Collective. Ooh, okay. These cards are having trouble coming together. There is a reluctance to really look into this situation truly. Okay, on both sides. This is 2 for the Divine Masculine. This is 3. This is 4. And this is 5 for the Divine Masculine Collective. Yep. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Let's cut the deck here. Boop. All right. So we are going to start with the Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine, your energies are set. Let's start here with the Divine Feminine. Yeah. Divine Feminine, overall energy for you, we have the 4 of Cups. Underneath the 4 of Cups, we have the 10 of Swords. Underneath the 10 of Swords is the 8 of Pentacles, and underneath the 8 of Pentacles is Strength. Okay, so this definitely has to do with your Divine Masculine here. So Divine Feminine, the first message that I'm getting for you right now is that there is a reluctance coming from you in terms of putting the situation to rest. I'm hearing leaving the past behind and letting go of the situation and working on yourself. Now, there is a fear here. I understand this fear. There's a fear that if you move on from this situation, if you let this go and you start doing the work on yourself, you start focusing on yourself, you stop giving energy and power and strength to the Divine Masculine, that you will lose him. But that is definitely not, certainly, Spirit just said, that is certainly not the case. You may end up losing the individual that you are currently seeing as your Divine Masculine, and that's perfectly fine, because ultimately, as you continue to do this work on yourself, 8 of Pentacles, you will gain a Divine Masculine that is a true representation for you. That is a direct reflection of the life that you are creating for yourself. But you have to have the strength, You have to have the strength, Divine Feminine, to walk away from this situation. 8 of Cups, to move on from rough waters to calmer waters, 6 of Swords, and to end the situation, 10 of Swords, or allow the situation to be over and change your destiny. Wheel of Fortune, to step off the karmic hamster wheel. You have to remember that the Divine Masculine is also within you. So the representation of the Divine Masculine that you are aligning with, Divine Feminine, is a direct reflection of the representation of that Divine Masculine energy within yourself. Let's get into this, y'all. First set of surrounding energies for you, Divine Feminine. You have the Lovers. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. This is already a really powerful reading, and I'm very, very glad that I'm bringing this back. The Lovers. The Lovers is a twin flame card. Absolutely. Okay. You are absolutely 100% in this twin flame energy. I'm not going to deny that for you. And I am not someone that is, I am not one of those readers that claims to be able to confirm that for you. Whether you are on the twin flame journey or not, or whether this person is your divine masculine or not. That is for you to decide. That is for you to speak with your guides and come to an understanding for yourself. But right here, right now, in this reading, we're talking twin flame energy, the Lovers. But, and this is a big but. I'm so sorry. Grow up, Eric. Jesus Christ. Okay. This is a big but, though. The Lovers is also about a choice. You have a choice to make, Divine Feminine. And that choice is either between vice, staying in this toxic situation, this toxic relationship, or virtue, doing something or making a decision or going in a direction that is for your highest good and not anyone else's. Fuck what anyone else has to say. What's best for you, Divine Feminine? Right? The Lovers is coupled with ooh, honey. Yo, Spirit is coming for y'all, the Queen of Pentacles. And this is what I've learned, Divine Feminine. All right, so we're going to get into a little bit of story time. So buckle up, kids, because get comfy. If you want to like pause the video right now and like go get yourself some popcorn or a cup of coffee or a drink or like a joint or what, I don't care. Get comfortable because we have something to talk about here. And if you're new to me, welcome. Okay, so what I've learned on this journey so far, and what got me to the point where I could make this choice, I could put an end to this situation, I could put the last nail in this coffin in terms of the individual that I originally played the role of the Divine Masculine for me. He is no longer a part of my life, and I'm no longer looking for him to be a part of my life, okay? But what I learned and the realization that I came to, what helped me make this choice, Divine Feminine, was me realizing exactly what I am worthy of, Queen of Pentacles. When this happened for me, this was right before, this was the last interaction that I had with the individual that was my divine, that played the role of the Divine Masculine for me at this time. And the individual that was playing the role of the Divine Masculine for me when I started my channel, almost 3 years ago now. But this was the last interaction that I had with him, and this was right before I moved to Puerto Rico, where I currently am. I had already been in an energy of trying to put this to rest, Ten of Swords. I'm done with it, it's toxic, I'm sick of this situation, I want nothing to do with it any longer. Okay. But then Spirit came around and was like, but wait, don't you want to like reinvestigate this? And I was like, no. Actually, I thought I told you I was done. I wasn't really done. I was in an egoic state because I was not only trying to push the situation away, I was trying to push all of it away, trying to like get off the path. That doesn't happen. That's never going to happen. We will always be twin flames. If we really identify with the twin flame journey, you will always be on a twin flame path. Period. End of story. But Spirit kept bringing him up. He was popping up in my social media feed in places, in ways that it's like, why the fuck is this happening right now? This should not be happening right now. But it was happening. It was happening for a reason. And so because of that, I was encouraged by my spirit guides, by my team, by my higher self to make moves to be in places and positions to potentially interact with him again. I fought tooth and nail against it, but ultimately I followed through with it. And there was one moment where I did it and I was like, okay, maybe this can work. But then there was a second time where I was encouraged. Well, it was all part of the process. There was a second time where I was in a space to interact with him again. But it was that second time that I really saw what it was I needed to see. And it was that second time that I realized exactly what I'm worthy of, Queen of Pentacles. And I made the decision, the Lovers, to put this to rest, because I knew that what I had been working towards, Eight of Pentacles, was not going to come from that interaction with that individual. It is all about building your worth. And this is the main goal of the twin flame journey. Understanding who you are and coming to terms with it and honoring yourself. Becoming whole within. Getting to the position where you can look at this person who is the representation of the divine masculine for you, or anyone else in your life, and say, I know what I'm worthy of. I know what I bring to the table. And if you don't wish to honor that for me, the way I honor that for myself, that's perfectly okay, but that doesn't mean you have to be a part of my life. Quite frankly, it doesn't. What the Queen of Pentacles just said is, it doesn't mean you're going to be part of my life. I don't care who you are. Right? You got to make this decision for yourself, Divine Feminine. Which means you need to own your worth. You need to know your worth. You need to show your worth by owning your worth. No one else can do this for you. And if you continually allow someone else to devalue you while saying, oh, well, I know what I'm worthy of, then what are they going to believe? What you say or what you do? Second set of surrounding energies for you, Divine Feminine. The Four of Wands. There's another twin flame card, 1111. But here for you, Divine Feminine, this Four of Wands is representing your stable, solid grounding within yourself. So actually, I could also be talking to some individuals here who have put this to rest. Maybe you were reluctant in the past to do so. Okay. But the only thing that's tripping me up here for you, Divine Feminine, is this Four of Cups energy. Because this Four of Cups energy being the very first card that came out in your overall energy, that's telling me that for the vast majority of you, or for whomever this reading is for, you are reluctant to put this to rest. You would rather keep working at this and basically keep getting stabbed in the back than put an end to it. So the Four of Wands here is speaking to the stability, the grounding, the foundation. I do feel like this is saying for some of you that you are ready to let go. You are ready to move on, move past this point in your journey, okay? Four of Wands is coupled with, holy shit, the Tower. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Look, Divine Feminine, you are ready. You are ready to put this to rest. You have the foundation that you need. You have the foundation within yourself to let this go, to bring down the Tower, to step off the karmic hamster wheel. Where is that? Yeah. Strength, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Step off this karmic hamster wheel, Divine Feminine. Because honestly, at this point, you are only perpetuating it for yourself. Ain't no one doing this for you or to you but yourself. Your challenge here, as if this shit ain't challenging enough, right? Okay. Your challenge here is the Page of the Page of Wands. Recreating yourself, re-identifying yourself, showing your worth is just what I just heard, but owning your power, resizing your power, figuring out who you are, like looking at yourself in a different way, in a different light, changing the way you show up in the world, changing the game, flipping the script on them, bringing all of that energy that you learned about yourself here out into the open. I do, because I see the Page of Wands as a minor arcana version of the Hermit sometimes. And it's actually this deck, this Golden Universal Tarot, that helped me develop this understanding, because if you can see here, and those of you that know this deck, you know what I'm talking about, but if you can see here, this Page of Wands looks like a grown-ass man with his beard and everything, right? But this, so in some cases, this card, for me, can even symbolize like a midlife crisis. technically. But I don't even want to call it a crisis, because in reality, you are coming to terms with yourself in a different way. You're re-identifying yourself, right? So I see it as a minor arcana version of the Hermit sometimes, because that's also what the Hermit represents. Going within, finding your truth, finding your inner light, and then allowing that to shine. So for some of you, your challenge here absolutely is allowing that new inner light or that new understanding of yourself that you've come to shine. Put it out there. Start to get going with it, right? Page of Wands is coupled with the Three of Pentacles. So now for all the others of you, your challenge is to work on yourself. Get that self-mastery going. Rebuilding your foundation, reshaping your foundation. Now, I want to go back a little bit here, because now I'm seeing a slightly different interpretation of the Four of Wands with the Tower. What has been established here needs to change. Your understanding of the twin flame journey needs to change. And I'm not saying this because I'm saying you need to change. I'm saying this because it needs to change for your own good, for your own highest good. 10 of Swords. This is toxic. This is breaking you down. This is hurting you. This is stabbing you in the back. There is no reason for you to be dealing with this in this way. Just because you change what's always been for you in terms of this twin flame journey doesn't mean that you're not going to be a twin flame any longer, if that's what you're afraid of, or doesn't mean that you're not going to be aligned with the divine masculine. You are just going to be aligned with a different representation, one that is more higher vibrational. Quite frankly, and this is what me and a lot of the other people that are kind of in my phase of the journey will say and resonate with, but we've come to realize that the individual that we were aligned with in the past is now actually a toxic karmic masculine. Now, they didn't necessarily start out that way. Maybe they could have, but we didn't see them that way at first. But now that we understand certain things on the journey, now we can look back and say, oh yeah, that's toxic karmic energy right there. And for the most part, it's because those individuals that represented the divine masculine for us in the past chose to stay in that toxic karmic energy, while we did the work that we needed to do to rise above, to re-identify ourselves. Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles. That is your challenge right now, Divine Feminine. Okay. Closing message or potential outcome for you. Judgment. It's time to rise above. Judgment is coupled with, ooh, I know that shit is right, the Fool. It's time to rise above, take a leap of faith, start a new leg on this journey. Yes. That's pretty self-explanatory. Okay. That's literally just confirming everything that I was talking about here for you. Alrighty. Okay, Divine Feminine. That was cool. Please understand, I love you guys so much. Like, the only reason I'm really here doing this is because I love you and I want to help you. And I know sometimes I can come off kind of harsh. I'm an Aries, so yeah. I'm a straight shooter. If you're new to me, I literally have no intention of wasting your time and sugarcoating things and telling you something that you just want to hear. I'm not that type of reader. I am not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you the truth and help you get clarity so that you can make the best decision for yourself moving forward. Okay? I love you. Divine Masculine, it's your turn. Okay, so overall energy for you, Divine Masculine, you have the King of Wands. Now, normally, when I first started doing readings for the Twin Flame Collective, I developed the understanding that the king and the Queen of Wands was like the minor arcana version of the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. But now I've come, what I'm seeing here is the Divine Masculine, you right now, with this King of Wands energy, you are being incredibly selfish. Underneath the King of Wands is the Star. Underneath the Star is the Ace of Swords. But then underneath this Ace of Swords is the Nine of Swords. And I want to make this very clear. I do feel like for some of you, you're just, because that was the first thing that hit me, so I'm going to say it, that the first thing that hit me was that you're being incredibly selfish. However, for some of you here, what's the matter, Orion? Sorry, that was one of my cats. Okay, let me backtrack a little bit, because now that I'm feeling through this energy, I kind of understand where you're coming from here, Divine Masculine. I feel like some of you are actually really kind of waking up to the reality of your situations here, because you have the King of Wands, which is a very driven individual, a self-driven. It can be very selfish, but I feel like maybe that selfish energy is kind of starting to become a thing of the past. The King of Wands is an individual that goes after what it is that he wants and doesn't allow anyone to tell them yes or no that they can't do something. But Divine Masculine, I feel like you're becoming aware, Ace of Wands, of what has been driving you. You have the Nine of Swords, and then you have the Hierophant underneath this. This is all at the bottom of the deck, and then you have the World here. You're coming to a place, and then the Ten of Wands. You're coming to a place, Divine Masculine, where you're starting to wake up to how you're being controlled by patriarchal energy or the status quo. The Hierophant. You're starting to become aware of the burdens that you've been carrying in terms of this, and it's causing you a lot of confusion. I feel like Divine Masculine, a lot of you right now are very confused, Seven of Cups, about your path. Holy shit. Underneath this Three of Wands is the Queen of Wands. Holy moly. Some of you are actually really kind of waking up to this journey. You have the Queen of Wands here, so there's the Divine Feminine. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which when I was, which when I first started reading for the Twin Flame Collective, this Knight of Pentacles was the thorniest of thorns in our sides as Divine Feminines. Why? Because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. The Knight of Pentacles can represent stagnation, can represent procrastination. And and that's kind of what it represented in the past, or at least that's what we were seeing it as. Because the Divine Masculine was here in his King of Wands energy, digging his heels in, saying, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. And quite frankly, I don't want anything to do with you, right? Y'all remember that, right? Divine Feminine, right? Oh, okay. So, but now, but the Knight of Pentacles also represents taking things one step at a time, not cutting any corners. And that's exactly what has been happening here. For whomever is resonating with this reading here, Divine Masculine, you are waking up. You're waking up to the path. You're waking up to the journey. And you're still taking it one step at a time. Don't get me wrong. You may be waking up to the Divine Feminine within you. I do feel like this could be for some of you Divine Masculines here with whom the Divine Feminine walked away from you and took her power away from you. Stopped giving you her power. And you were left to your own devices. And that's what started to wake you up to the reality of this situation. The Nine of Swords to the Hierophant. Okay? Last card in your overall energy, Divine Masculine, is the Star. So that is a good sign. A good sign, a good omen. Why? Because the Star is not only wish fulfillment, but it's also healing. And that's the strongest thing that I'm picking up for you right now, Divine Masculine. Healing. Healing that ultimately is going to align you with ultimate wish fulfillment, right? The other card in the deck that represents wish fulfillment would be the Nine of Cups, and that's minor arcana energy. That is, self gratification, drinking, partying, or like buying that cool thing, or blah blah blah. This with the Star, this is ultimate soul level wish fulfillment, and it's something you can't see yet, but you know that you're going in the right direction. You're being driven in this way. You don't ultimately know what's going to happen or where you're going to end up, or even how you're going to get there, but you're being guided there. Woo! All right. Let's get into the rest of this here for you, Divine Masculine. First set of surrounding energies for you. Oh, the Queen of Cups. I do feel like there is a good amount of you, Divine Masculines, that are waking up to your inner Divine Feminine energy. I feel like at this point, some of you are starting to really start focusing on your emotions and healing emotionally. Understanding your emotions, understanding what it is that you're feeling. Queen of Cups is coupled with the Five of Swords. Ooh. Wow, this is a pretty heavy energy. For some of you Divine Masculines here, for this message, this Queen of Cups represents the Divine Feminine for you, and it's the Divine Feminine that walked away from you. And with this Ace of Swords energy here, this truth, this understanding, this honesty and clarity, I feel like you're starting to recognize exactly how you treated the Divine Feminine. And how toxic it was, how unstable your energy was. And also, for some of you, this is relating to realizations about your mother. And maybe how some interactions with your mother led to how you treat women or feminine energies now. Mainly your Divine Feminine. It's the Divine Feminine it's the individual that represented the Divine Feminine for you that helped to wake you up to this. For some of you, this is lack of having a mother also, however that resonates for you. With the Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords here, I feel like you're coming to terms with some of your own toxic energy, some of your own highly competitive energy that is so incredibly destructive. Some of you are really opening up emotionally and are recognizing Five of Swords energy around you. Five of Swords energy is lose-lose, winning at all costs. And what I'm getting here for you, Divine Masculine, is that you're waking up to this, and it's probably extremely emotional for you. It might be overwhelming, extremely overwhelming, but I do feel like you're getting through it. It's possible to get through it, okay? I also feel for some of you, you're having the strength to get to open up to your emotions now more than you ever had in your life. Second set of surrounding energies for you, Divine Masculine. The Three of Pentacles. Well, there is our first instance of mirroring. Difference is that the Divine Feminine has the Three of Pentacles in her challenge. Divine Masculine, you have the Three of Pentacles in your surrounding energy. So this work is being done, is what I just heard. This work in self-mastery, rebuilding yourself, is being done. It's so interesting because in the Divine Feminine section, I was talking to individuals that need to put this to rest. In the Divine Masculine situation, representation, I am speaking to in Divine Masculines in which or with whom the Divine Feminine walked away and pulled her energy back. And he was left with his own devices. That's very interesting. Three of Pentacles is coupled with the King of Swords. There is so much truth coming to you. Truth, honesty, clarity. Divine Masculine, I really feel like you are being incredibly honest with yourself right now. What do I need to do to rebuild myself? I also heard, what do I need to do to reshape my future? What do I need to do to rebuild my future? Interesting. I also just heard, how can I take this toxic energy and make it work for me? instead of working for it. So how can you use this toxic energy to your advantage? Okay, I kind of like how you're going there. I kind of like that, but I would not encourage you to continue working or tangoing with, involving yourself with toxic energy. So that phrase could also be translated into, how can I take what happened, all this toxic stuff, elements from my past, and make it work for me, and get the best out of it. Okay, I like that. I definitely like that. Your challenge, Divine Masculine. The Six of Swords, leaving the past behind. And what I'm getting from this, Divine Masculine, the main thing I got from this is forgiving yourself. Even forgiving your Divine Feminine, but the first thing that I felt with that was forgiving yourself. Six of Swords is coupled with, oh shit, the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is in reverse. I don't keep my cards in reverse. I'm going to turn it upright, but wow. Oh my God. Okay, so for some of you, one message here is forgiving yourself for not walking away from the toxic energies when you should have in the past. For allowing your Divine Feminine to walk away from you first, instead of you walking away from those Hierophant energies. The status quo, society, religion, whatever. Establishment, whatever. Ultimately, though, the challenge for you, Divine Masculine, is number one, forgiving yourself, and number two, walking away, leaving the past behind. That's your challenge. And that was what we had been talking about when I was doing readings for the Twin Flame Collective in the past regularly. That's what the message was. You have got to leave all of this shit behind, Divine Masculine. You are carrying too many burdens. You are holding yourself, keeping yourself responsible, holding yourself responsible for things that shouldn't even be yours to be responsible for to begin with. But society puts that pressure on you. It's not yours to take. Closing message or potential outcome for you, Divine Masculine. Ooh, well, there you go. Here's our second instance of mirroring. The King of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. You, closing message or potential outcome for you here is you getting into the energy of the King to the Divine Feminine's Queen. This is husband and wife. This is husband and wife material right here. That's this archetype, the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So what does this mean for you, Divine Masculine? You are becoming more solid and grounded and stable in yourself, in who you are, and who you truly are. I also getting a very much a master of your own domain energy. This is an energy of not allowing anyone else to tell you what you can or cannot do or who you can or cannot be. That's what I'm very strongly, that's what I'm getting here for you. It's a very stubborn energy, but it's stubborn in a good way because you are honoring yourself here. You are honoring the truth of who you are and what it is you represent in the world. Not who it is people want you to be, not who it is you have been told to be, King of Wands, but who it is you truly are, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is coupled with the Empress. Oh my. Some of you are really becoming in touch with your Divine Feminine energy, which is allowing you to settle into who it is you truly are. I really want to take another card. But the other thing that I'm feeling for you here, Divine Masculine, is that when you settle into this King of Pentacles energy, that is when the Divine Feminine, I guess, for lack of a better term, I guess, comes back to you. Because that's who she had been wanting you to be the whole time. That's who she needed you to be the whole time. Not the King of Wands, not this flashy, over exuberant is what I heard. selfish, narcissistic, womanizing, blah, not any of that. No, she needed you to be the king to her, the king of pentacles to her queen of pentacles. Stable, grounded, sturdy, committed. She didn't need a rock star. She didn't need some famous, popular, look at me, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the most pretty person here, blah. And she didn't need any of that energy. She wanted the stable, grounded, down to earth individual that you are meant to be. I'm taking one more card for this. The Hanged Man. Holy shit. Change in perspective. A release from stagnancy. You might be feeling really super stagnant right now, Divine Masculine. But it's this change in perspective that is going to break you out of that. It's you settling into this King of Pentacles energy that is going to break this stagnancy for your life and between you and your twin. Oh man, this is powerful, you guys. This is so powerful. I almost can't believe it. Like, you cannot make this shit up, y'all. And this is exactly why I make it a habit to shuffle and draw the cards right here. I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody that doesn't do it, but for my own purposes, this is exactly why I do it this way. Also, I just like that it's thrilling, don't you think? Okay. I'm gonna get closing oracle guidance here for the twins. All right, we're using the Gaia Oracle. So, 5 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, closing oracle guidance here. For the Divine Feminine. For the Divine Feminine. Okay, no, Spirit is saying do the Divine Masculine first. Okay, Divine Masculine then. For the Divine Masculine. For the Divine Masculine, please. Ooh, just one card, please, Spirit. Divine Masculine. There it is. You have card number 19, Eternal Dance. Movement, Wheel of Life, Path of Least Resistance. Huh, fancy that. For the Divine Feminine. Yes, okay. Divine Feminine, you have healing, reconnecting with your true nature. All right. So, Divine Masculine, you have Eternal Dance here. Movement, Wheel of Life, the Path of Least Resistance. The lady featured on this card feels completely at one with nature. She is in tune with the rhythm of the earth and her changing cycles. She does not resist the forces of nature, but moves gracefully with the wind. Yet, though her body sways with the wind, she is not swayed from her path, for her feet are firmly planted in the earth. She remains poised, dignified, and balanced. She has shown up in your reading today to help you loosen up and feel the rhythm of life. You will benefit greatly if you allow yourself to be a bit more flexible. Be open to new ideas. Accept that it is natural for things to change. Do not resist life's natural flow. If the path you are on seems to be all uphill, then find another way. There are many ways to get where you want to go, so find the way that offers the least resistance. Life does not need to be as difficult as you are making it. It is often easier to dance your way through rather than to push your way through. Try it. Your affirmation, Divine Masculine, is, I accept change and embrace the new possibilities it brings. I am flexible and open to new ideas. I create pleasure in my life. I look at life from a balanced perspective. I celebrate life and dance my way through it. Divine Feminine, you have healing. Reconnecting with your true nature. The lady featured on this card has journeyed far and wide, searching for happiness which she has failed to find. Confused and tired, she surrenders and retreats to her inner sanctuary, a space of light inside her heart where she discovers a deep sense of peace. She rediscovers and reconnects to her true nature by letting go of all that is superficial in her life. She reflects on her past and is now able to see what is true and what is false, what is real and what is illusion. In the stillness of her heart, she hears a whisper, a message of love. Her heart is grateful for her return. Over the past months, you have inadvertently steered off course, gradually losing sight of what is truly important and, without realizing it, losing touch with the real you. It is time for you to reconnect and rediscover your true essence and your inner child. Stop searching externally, look within, and you will rediscover the magic. Your affirmation here, Divine Feminine, is, my sanctuary is a space of light inside my heart. I find peace and contentment within. My heart reveals my truth. My heart reflects the real me. My heart guides me. Wow. Wow, wow. Very powerful message indeed. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I love you all so very much, and I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading very, very soon. Yeah? Take care. Mwah! Bye.